Playing the Radical Latino Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands in the air for New York's very own.
Radical
Latino is taking you to another level.
Beats by Ned.
Yeah! What up, my people? Welcome back to another episode of the Radical Latino Show. It's your host, the Radical Latino, aka number 25 on all Latin podcasts, aka Mr. Unsuable for the 11th week running. What is going on? I hope everybody is having a great week. I hope everybody's having a great day. I hope everybody actually went out and voted. And if you did, it didn't even matter because it didn't count. The Democrats stole it. I'm telling you, they stole it. We're definitely going to speak all about that on today's episode. I just want to give a huge shout out to all the new subscribers, a huge shout out to all the new listeners, a huge shout out to everybody emailing me. For some reason, I had 3 emails this week asking for advice. You know, if it's not financial advice, it was like relationship advice. I don't know why, but hey, hopefully I helped out. I am going to bring those emails in for next week's episode. You know, give a little advice column towards the end, see how that goes. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, I hope everybody is doing well. You know what I'm saying? If anybody hasn't checked out the Andrew show, the Andrew 26101 show, I think that's how it goes. Go check it out. Me and Truth Teacher made an appearance on one of his videos. And we basically broke down Kim 123. We broke that down. We broke down his ideology. We broke down, you know, what makes him focus on Mr. BBC, folks, is Mr. BBC. What makes him focus on Mr. BBC for 10 years? I truly am completely amazed that somebody like Kim could be actually on this BBC journey for 10 years running, and he constantly just talks about that one thing. It gets old after a while, you know what I mean? So we broke that down. Go check it out. It was me and Truth Teacher towards the middle of the video. It's like 3 hours long, so I hope you guys get your popcorns and snacks ready. I'm definitely gonna read last week's episode. Is episode 115. I'm gonna read on the comment. I'm just gonna read one comment right now because I know for a fact this is gonna be a long episode. All right. So last week's episode, the type of white allies we need, episode 115. Franking on front, which everybody should be subscribing to. The most accurate way to tell if a so-called white ally is really about what they say is to see if they're willing to sacrifice their comfort and privilege to stay true to what they know to be facts in the way that Jane Elliott has done. Social media, photo ops, and cop-hugging protesters is not going to cut it. 100% agree. If they're willing to risk being ostracized by members of their own community for a greater good, then we're off to a good start, but we still shouldn't drop our guards. 100% true. I can't disagree with Franklin up front more. You guys should definitely go subscribe to him. He basically said everything that I was saying in that episode. You know what I mean? We shouldn't be, you know, a white person comes into the mix and we drop everything and then just go to that, you know, to that person. You know, I'm like, oh my god, white mommy, white daddy, oh my god, you know what I mean? So we shouldn't be doing all of that. Now, I'm just jumping into the main topic, okay? So I'm jumping right into the main topic. The thing is because I'm telling you guys it's gonna be a long episode and there's a lot of things to break down, okay? I'm gonna do something very different for the main topic for YouTube only. If this is gonna be on YouTube and you're watching this on YouTube, then you're gonna see what I'm talking about. It's gonna be visual. I'm gonna be actually showing some videos and certain things I'm gonna be showing proof of that you will not hear on the podcast. So if you want to see that, go to my YouTube channel on the podcast, you know, episode 116, so you can see it. I will reference it like let me give you guys an example. I'll say, well, there's a video showing Joe Biden kicking the dog, but anyway, you know, you shouldn't. And right there, I'll, you know, on YouTube, I'll have an edit while I'll show the video. And you know what I'm saying? So if you guys want to see it visually, go right ahead. Go right ahead. Anyways, now let's go to the main topic. Let's cut the BS. Now, the first thing I want to talk about is Florida Latin Cubans for Trump. Now, the thing is, when the election was happening, I did a whole election live thing. You know, we were on my live stream basically like a YouTube family and just discussing certain things. We were looking at the map demographic, and certain states were turning blue, certain states were turning red, certain states stayed red, other states stayed blue, you know, stuff like that, right? Then when Florida finally locked in their votes, it was all red, right? You will be like, yo, what the fuck? All of Florida is red? This is bananas. Then, if you go deep, do a deep dive in Florida, you will see that most of the major parts of Florida, like Miami, Tampa, Orlando, they're blue, right? Okay. Mind you, these are the places where the majority of people like to point to that, oh, Hispanics are gonna take this over. They're gonna give it to Trump. Hispanics are gonna take this over and give it to Trump. You know what I'm saying? This is what they were saying. This is what they were saying, and they were pointing out these certain cherry-picked cities, which I, you know, went at Professor Black Truth. Not Professor. I'm sorry. Well, they're both the same. Professor Black Truth, Jason Black. They're both the same. So I went at them, because Jason Black said something wrongfully false, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, try to paint the whole Latin community, you know what I'm saying, in one brushing all that. So on Twitter, while the elections were going on and everybody was trying to find out the results, on Twitter, Latinos were trending. And they were trending because everybody was painting Latin people as being racist. Oh, they're racist. No wonder you can't trust the Latin people. They're racist this, racist that, racist this, racist that. And I even presented this to the whole panel while it was going on. I said, is it fair to judge someone based on their voting? You know, is it fair? You know, is it fair to put them in the racist category or the coon category? Some people would say it is fair. Some people would say it's not fair. Really depends on how they see it. It really depends on how they view it. But this is what they're saying, right? So a lot of people were saying like, yeah, you know, it's not fair. You know, there's different reasons why they will vote. But again, none of these candidates actually promised anything tangible to the Black and Latin community. So to me, it just looks like we were just voting just to vote. You know, basically throwing away their vote for no apparent reason or whatever. So I was like, that's stupid. That's kind of dumb. You know what I'm saying? But they were saying, you know, Latin people are racist, Latin people are racist, Latin people are racist, right? When you further go into the numbers of people in Florida who voted for Donald Trump. By the way, just let me say real quick. There's a lot of people that saying voting for Biden, it's like it's unnecessary. It's unnecessary. There's no reason to vote for Biden and all that other stuff. You know, you're coons if you did. Then if that's the case, then we shouldn't be giving that racist label. You know what I mean? But anyway, anyways, let me just go into it. If you go to the numbers, you would see that majority of 50% of Cubans voted for Donald Trump. And the rest of Latin people, none of us voted for Trump like that, just like the Cubans did. I'm not gonna say we didn't, but the majority of us, no, we didn't. You know, it was more democratic because that's what Latin people vote for, democratic. And even in TV, the Florida poll showed Cubans voted for Trump 71%. Puerto Ricans voted for Biden 66%. So there is a distinction in, you know, demographics. Again, the Latin community is not a monolith. You know what I'm saying? The Latin community is not a monolith. The Latin community we don't think one way. We barely get along with ourselves. You know what I'm saying? We barely get along with ourselves. So the thing is, I found something very interesting. Since people were calling Latin people racist and all this other stuff, blah, 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 because apparently everybody wanted to lump Cubans as all Latin people, right? Okay, y'all want to do that? That's cool. Something interesting happened during the elections. There was articles like saying 18% of black men voted for Donald Trump. And other articles basically saying that black men shift slightly towards Trump in record numbers polls show. That says a lot. So where's that same energy for black folks who voted for Trump? There's no hashtag until like later on, you know, there was black voices for Trump. That happened later. But what's up with that? Huh? What's up with that same, keep that same energy? Because if we're talking about, oh, Latin people are racist, which is a big hole in that logic, right? There's a huge hole in that logic. Because if we're racist for voting for Trump, that means black people are racist for voting for Trump too. But some would say black people can't be racist. So that means that should imply also to Latin people that can be, you know what I'm saying? Like, which one is it? Keep that same energy. You know what I'm saying? So I presented this on Twitter and some people were coming at me telling me, oh, nah, see, the thing is, the only black people that voted for Trump are immigrants. You can't prove that. That's all FBA, ADOS bullshit talking points. You can't prove that. You cannot prove immigrants, black immigrants only voted. You can't prove that. You know what I'm saying? You can't. Cherry picking certain Twitter accounts doesn't mean a goddamn thing. You can't prove that. You know what I'm saying? So all I was saying is keep that same energy, because all I saw was excuses for the other side voting for Trump. But when it came to us, we were racist, white supremacists, this and that. Which one is it? You know what I'm saying? Which one is it? So it's funny because Tina had a live, right? And mind you, I'm not Cuban. I don't got no Cuban friends. I never even met a Cuban in my... Actually, that's bullshit. I only met one Cuban, but that's about it. For some reason, he was Nieta. I don't know why, but whatever. So Tina had a live the other day, and somebody who was Puerto Rican Dominican joined the panel, and he lived in Florida, and I basically asked him a question. Can you explain to us the mentality of the Cuban down there? Because I'm trying to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to figure it out. And he actually gave a really, really, really great breakdown on the mentality of the Cubans down there. And I want you guys to hear what he had to say. I got a question for you. Can you explain to us the psyche of the Cuban down there?
All right. This is all right.
That's a long time.
Yeah,
that was.
I'm just gonna try to get it quick. The Cubans see themselves distinct from everybody else. I often fuck with the Cubans. I have Cuban friends, and I often fuck with them because they don't see themselves as immigrants. They see themselves as political refugees. So that's where the distinction comes from them and the rest of the Latin American people that come here. You feel me? They already have it in their mind that they're a privileged class because they come from a communist country. But the thing that a lot of people don't understand, a lot of them say they come they come from the communist country. They come here, but within 1 or 2 years, they're going back to Cuba to show off what they got. They come here, or back in the day, they would come here. They would get food stamps. They would get housing. And one thing I have to give them, they help each other out. So if you got a fucking guy, okay, who got here on a goddamn, on a balsa, un balsero, de allá de Cuba, if you got a guy that came here and his clothes are still wet, and he goes and he applies for a job, and you, or somebody like myself, as an American citizen, somebody that was born and raised here, educated here, bilingual, applies for that same job in Miami, I'm probably not going to get it. He's going to get it. So they see themselves as a distinct class. The whole Republican thing is they live in an echo chamber. And all this goes back to the Bay of Pigs because they feel that Kennedy screwed them by not giving them any support to invade Cuba. There is in La Calle Ocho, I'm sure you guys have heard of La Calle Ocho. They have a torch with it's like an eternal flame. It never goes out. And that's in dedication to the Cubans who fought in the Bay of Pigs. Okay. That is the starting point of when the Cuban started to fanaticize himself and endear himself to the Republican Party. And these people are hard, especially the ones that came here post-revolution immediately. I'm talking the 60s. Subsequent to that, you got Lo Marielito that came in 1980. You guys before were talking about Jimmy Carter and why Jimmy Carter lost. Jimmy Carter did not know how to handle that particular part of Florida history. He let them in, okay? And when you go back, if you can listen to the newsreels of that time, of 1980, it's like that you hear the cops saying it's like an invading army coming in to South Florida. Crime shot up a lot, and Castro said it himself. I flushed the toilets of Cuba on the United States.
Yeah, I heard that.
Okay. But what happened is not all of them were criminals. A lot of them went on to become very successful people. But see, the thing is, anti-Castroism became kind of like un negocio, it was a business. I didn't realize till much later on that the Cuban American National Foundation was actually getting money from the federal government to continue its operations. Wow. So when you have these staunch anti-communist Republicans like Reagan loved these people. You understand? And they felt that he was loyal to them and they were loyal to him. So the echo chamber keeps going. Que Fidel. And no, porque que comunista y que comunismo, blah, 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 blah. And that's what happens. That's why they keep fanaticizing themselves.
But now let me ask you, Tina, she made a very good point in the beginning of the live. I'm gonna repeat what she said and pretend I just came up with it. She said that it's contradictory that the Cubans are benefiting from some democratic policies. They're benefiting from some democratic policies. It's kind of hypocritical because they're benefiting from some democratic policies, but yet they still vote majority Republican.
A couple of weeks ago, one of my Cuban friends, okay, because he was talking to me about the stimulus check that he got from the government, okay, and he comes to me and he said,
tap dancing.
He's like, mira, Cere, me llegó el chequecito, and I'm like, oh, qué bien. He's like, no, brother, es que en este país el gobierno no va a dejar que la gente pase hambre.
No, he didn't say that.
Translation.
He said that in this country that the government is not going to let the people go hungry. Now that right there is an explanation as to what is going on with the mentality in the psyche of a Cuban up in Florida and Miami. As you guys remember how I just showed you guys, Miami and Florida is mostly blue. So, you know what I'm saying? That whole narrative kind of goes out the window. But we kind of understand why the Cubans in Florida vote majority Republican. The dude broke it down. And shout out to Tina. Go subscribe, because Xtina, she has a lot of these informative lives. You know what I'm saying? Very informative, very educational. So go subscribe, and hopefully you guys catch it. Shout out to her. But that's what the explanation is. You know what I'm saying? They see themselves as something different. These Cubans see themselves as, okay, we're refugees and the Republican Party got us because the Republican Party is against communism, and they bring that to them. You know what I'm saying? They bring that mentality to themselves. They bring that mentality to their children, and then it goes on and on and on and on. You know what I'm saying? But what's not fair is to paint the whole Latin community based on the Cubans. Just because the Cubans vote like that, that is not fair to paint the whole Latin community as the Cubans. 100% not fair. It's like everybody else painting Asian people for what China's doing in China, or painting all black people by what black people are doing in Chicago. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make sense. But the thing is, it's not mostly black people that's causing this division. Let's keep it real. It's not mostly black people. It was white folks also. White folks are causing this type of division because some of these white folks are, instigators, infiltrators. They're also white supremacists, and they want to see us fighting. You know what I'm saying? Because let's keep it real. Let's keep it 100% real. But this year, this is the first time I've seen in my lifetime where Black and Latin people are actually having conversations together. Black and Latin people are actually sitting and actually talking out the differences and understanding each other. And actually in the streets, you're seeing a unity. You're seeing a type of unity happen that you haven't seen in a while. And that right there is scary. That right there is terrifying. Why is it terrifying? Because let's keep it real. We see how black folks mobilize, right? We see how black folks mobilize in the streets. We see how black folks mobilize out here, when they want to protest and all that. It's very easy, very quick, and it's effective, right? Imagine, just look at their numbers. Imagine if we joined that. How scary is that? That shit will look like a million man march. That joint will look like a 3 million man march. Come on now, are you serious? If we had black folks back, and that is scary. So obviously, the powers that be want to cause division. Obviously, the powers that be want to put these little narratives out there for anti-blackness so we could look like the bad guy. And people like me, Tina, Truth Teacher, and all these other people have to come out and actually debunk the bullshit that's already out there. You know what I'm saying? Because a lie goes around the world way faster than the truth could put its pants together. It's true. It's 100% true. I'm gonna give y'all examples. Look at Andy Batista. His bugged out video went viral. 55,000 people saw that shit. Hundreds of thousands of people wrote articles about that shit. It even went semi-viral on Instagram and on World Star. Basically, it hit 1 million views, right? If you combined everything together, right? It hit 1 million views. My little bullshit video talking about that this motherfucker doesn't represent us. That shit only hit 8,000. 1 million views to 8,000? That's nothing. Only a few people are getting to know what the hell is going on. You know what I'm saying? Only a few people. And yes, shout out to Troy TV because he's the one that actually put my message across out a little bit more. But yeah, what? Come on, only a few. Only a few. When the Dominicans were being looked at chasing black folks out, when that was a complete 100% lie, millions of people saw that shit, started attacking us. I made videos and everybody else made videos going against it. What? Only a couple of 100,000 views on that shit? Over 1 million? Come on now. The lie is way more juicier. You know what I'm saying? Cutting a piece of clip out and adding that shit in and just painting a narrative, that is the type of shit that, you know, will stick on people's heads and be like, oh shit, these motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? You know, they want to cause division. The powers that be want to cause division. The dominant society want to cause division because they know if black and Latin people go to the same trajectory as we are now, we're gonna eventually join and unite, and our numbers will grow. And that's scary to them. That's very, very scary to them. Even the media, they know this, and they know this is inevitable. The media has already been for years now pumping out little things about black and Latin unity in media. I don't know if y'all catching that. There's a new video game about to come out in a couple of days. Spider-Man, Miles Morales. Black father, Puerto Rican mother. That's in the media. Spider-Man, oh shit. A big wonderful, you know, is a character. You know what I'm saying? Spider-Man's a popular character. What are they gonna start thinking when Miles, you know, when there's toys of Miles Morales or the Black Spider-Man, you squeeze him and he starts speaking Spanish? You know what I'm saying? That's scary to a couple of people. Power 2. The storyline is that you know, Mary J. Blige is with was a Puerto Rican kingpin. Black and Latin unity right there. You know what I'm saying? Love and hip hop. Amara La Negra is smashing every black dude that comes up in there. You know what I mean? But if we're talking about outside of sex, there's also other examples like These Is a Mero, you know, comedy duo. These Are the Mero is another example of black and Latin unity. This has been happening in the media. This type of thing has been happening in the media, and we cannot, you know, look the other way because they already see it. They see it before we do. You know what I'm saying? They see this shit before we do. So when they try to cause division among us, we should not fall for it, my people. We should not fall for the deceptive tactics. We shouldn't fall for it. When they try to cause division within our group, we shouldn't fall. We should call it out and go back to the same narrative. We have to learn how to control the narrative. That's the thing. We have to learn to control the narrative. Now, let me go to the whole election thing and break that down. I want to start off by letting you hear what Bernie Sanders said about the election. All right?
Although the election is November 3rd, and it's been said that we won't know the results until days later. When do you think we'll know the results?
All right. Jimmy, you raise an important point, and I hope the American people understand it because this is something I worry about. My view is every vote must be counted. For reasons which I don't have the time to get into tonight, you're going to have a situation, I suspect, in states like Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin, other states, where they are going to be receiving huge amounts of mail-in ballots. And unlike states like Florida or Vermont, they're not being able, for bad reasons, to begin processing those ballots until, I don't know, election day, or maybe when the polls close. That means you're going to have states dealing with perhaps millions of mail-in ballots. Here is my worry. What polls show and what studies have shown is that for whatever reason, Democrats are more likely to use mail-in ballots. Republicans are more likely to walk into polling booths on election day. It is likely that the first votes that will be counted will be those people who came in on election day, which will be Republican. And here is the fear, and I hope everybody hears that. It could well be, and I don't know what's going to happen, nobody does, but it could well be that at 10 o'clock on election night, Trump is winning in Michigan, he's winning in Pennsylvania, he's winning in Wisconsin, and he gets on the television, he says, "Thank you, Americans, for re-electing me. It's all over. Have a good day." But then the next day and the day following, all of those mail-in ballots start getting counted, and it turns out that Biden has won those states. At which point Trump says, "See, I told you the whole thing was fraudulent. I told you those mail-in ballots were crooked, and we're not going to leave office."
Wow. Okay. So this is what, Bernie Sanders said. Now, do you guys believe him? Because this is what I think. And I'm going to keep it 100% real. Okay? I'm going to keep it 100% real. I think that the Democrats stole this shit. I'm keeping it real. I'm keeping it 100% real. I could be wrong. A lot of people I ran this idea by say that I'm wrong. A lot of people are like, "You're an idiot. Are you dumb?" No, they didn't steal this. Say that I'm wrong. I get it. 110%. The thing is that it's too weird. It doesn't make sense. This whole thing does not make sense. You know what I mean? First of all, let me just say real quick, I'm not mad that the Democrats stole this election. Do I believe that they stole the election? Yes, I do. Am I mad about it? No. The reason why is because Trump stole the election 4 years ago with the help of Russia. So that's the reason why he got impeached. Okay, that's the reason why he got impeached. Let's keep it real. That's what it is. I don't want to hear, "No, this is not what." No, get out of here. He fucking stole the election with the help of Russia. That's the reason why he got impeached. So the Democrats are doing this shit now. I don't care. The reason why I feel like the election was stolen, besides the whole mail-in ballot, the reason why I believe it was stolen because, first of all, Biden had no support like that. Biden had no support like that. Pandering like crazy, having Despacito on and all this other stuff. What? Wait, what? You know what I'm saying? He didn't really have a huge support like that. He wasn't really going out here and talking to the people. You know what I'm saying? He didn't have huge support like that. Not whatsoever. So it's kind of weird to like, wait a minute. Hold on. Biden won? What? And let's not even talk about Kamala Harris. Oh, Jesus. Let's not talk about Kamala Harris. Are you serious? Are you serious? Kamala Harris, she's another one. She didn't have support like that. She didn't have support from the community like that. Nobody liked her. No one liked Kamala Harris whatsoever. No one. No one. So the thing was that her popularity count was super low. You know what I'm saying? Her popularity count was actually pretty low. It says polls show Democratic voters favor Warren for vice president. They considered Elizabeth Warren over Kamala Harris because she was so unlikable. You know? It says right here also, another estimated poll, actually, if you actually click on the link, which I did, you can see that they actually asked a bunch of black folks in their community in 2 states, Detroit and also I think was it Detroit and I think Atlanta. They asked a bunch of black folks around there, and they actually found out that Kamala Harris's popularity count was 65%, but Elizabeth Warren's count was 78% amongst the voters. Now, during Bernie Sanders, the people who were writing for Bernie Sanders shifted over to Elizabeth Warren after Sanders left. Bernie Sanders supporters favored Warren 61%, and they only favored Kamala Harris 42%, which was insane. She didn't have support like that. Let's keep it real. Kamala Harris didn't have support like that. She was, she was out here in Tim's, and people were basically, oh my gosh, she's bringing Tim's back and all that other stuff. She had her crazy track record on California. Like, are you serious? You know what I'm saying? Are you serious? So both of these people really didn't have that much support. They didn't have that much support, but they were around here acting wild, talking about, yeah, well, if we win, we'll do this. If we win, we're gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? No wonder they didn't promise anything, because they knew the shit was in the bag. You know what I'm saying? No wonder they didn't promise anything. No wonder they told Ice Cube, yo, don't worry about it. Come talk to us after the election, because we're gonna win this shit. They couldn't tell him too much. They couldn't tell him too much. They're like, yo, Ice Cube, listen, check this out, homie. Come talk to us after the election. I'm telling you, you're gonna want to talk to us after the election. Nah, but I want something for black people, putting them plan. They're like, all right, yeah, all that shit is nice. Come talk to us after the election, bro. Trust me, you're gonna want to come talk to us after the election. All right, that's cool. I'm telling you, talk to us after the. We can't say too much. You know what I'm saying? Come on now. They were stealing the shit out of this. You know what I'm saying? Listen. There's videos, multiple videos of people catching people collecting ballots, in the middle of the day when they already claimed certain states. There's poll watchers literally going on camera saying, yo, they're stealing this election. I'm seeing it right now.
Are you guys collecting ballots? Yeah. I thought they collected them all. I just want to document.
No, we're still collecting.
How much? Wait, but how come they already called the state?
Because these are mail-in ballots.
Are there a ton in there?
Yeah.
All right, are you collecting from a lot of places?
Yeah.
All right, I'll just document. Thank you guys. Are you guys official election guys? All right, and let me just ask you one thing. Where do you guys take them?
Election center. That's it.
My name is Brian McCaffrey. I'm a registered Democrat in the city of Philadelphia. Today, I'm at the Philadelphia Convention Center, and I am overseeing the ballot counters. I will let you know the corruption that is going on here. They will not allow us within 30 to 100 feet to supervise the ballots being counted. This is a coup against the President of the United States of America, and I want to call out the Mayor of Philadelphia, James Kenney, the Attorney General, Josh Shapiro, who tweeted that there's no way Donald Trump can win President of the United States of America, and also the District Attorney of Philadelphia, Larry Krasner. I can't believe what I'm seeing right before my eyes. This has nothing to do with Joe Biden or Donald Trump. This has to do with our democracy, and I will tell you, there is corruption at the highest level in the city of Philadelphia.
You know what I'm saying? There was multiple videos like this. You know what I mean? Like, come on, bro. And that's what I'm saying. They stole the fuck out of this election. You know what I mean? They stole it. So this is what I think. This is what I think happened. That the Democratic Party and the Republican Party got together, right? And they said, yo, check this out. Republicans, we know that Donald Trump is making y'all look bad because you cannot control him. And the people, they're rioting, they're burning, and all this other stuff. Trust me, we can calm them down. Let's work together and get them the fuck out of here. And I believe that the Republicans and the Democrats got together and said, you right, this is what we're gonna do. We know the Cubans are a bunch of coons and they're gonna vote for Trump, but we're gonna get you Georgia and Pennsylvania. We got you. Don't worry about it. And I think that's how the talk went down. I think that the Democrats and the Republicans got together and started plotting. You know what I mean? That's what I truly believe that. I 100% believe that. You know what I mean? Because it doesn't make any sense that the Democrats, that Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, so unlikable, will win. It's insane. It's insane. Now, this is something I put on my community page and also on Twitter. I said, since Joe Biden won, does that mean there's racial equality now? And everybody, overwhelmingly, everybody said, hell to the no. There's no racial equality. There's not gonna be no racial equality. The same goddamn thing is gonna happen constantly. Mind you, these white supremacists are still gonna fucking threaten Joe Biden and shit, and you know, the Democrats and all that, because they're gonna be, now they're super Republicans. You know what I mean? Like that video about that dude talking about shooting up a school.
I don't know, at this point, like if Biden gets in, I'm just gonna do like a school shooter, just take out all these Democrats and a few pedophiles on the way out. If I go to hell, I'm taking these motherfuckers with me.
You know what I'm saying? So you know, they're gonna be emboldened. The only reason why I like that, the fact that Joe Biden won, is because now we don't have open white supremacists basically endorsing white supremacy. White supremacy, you know, we don't have a open white supremacist endorsing that, talking about stand back and stand by. You know, not saying shit like I'm the first white nationalist president, blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? At least we're not going to have somebody dog whistling to these white supremacists to rally behind. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that the Democrats are going to do anything. No. Listen, we're still going to get shot out here in these streets. We're still going to go through a lot of bullshit. There's still going to be a lot of protests. and all that and anarchy. I know the Democrats are not gonna do that, but at least these white supremacists, these white supremacists out here won't have a holy God to look up to. You know what I'm saying? They won't be emboldened by this motherfucker. You know what I mean? At least. But this is what I think is going to happen. Listen to what I'm saying, and this is what I think is gonna happen. Two things that might happen out of this. Two things. Are you guys ready? Are you ready? If you're sitting, you better stand up. And if you're standing up, you better sit down, because you're not ready. Are you ready? All right, here it goes. Two things might happen. All right? Two things might happen. Number one, this is the first scenario. In 2024, you know, a new party might come out of this, ran by Trump or ran by somebody endorsed by Trump. And this is going to be very, very dangerous and important, because now Trump has the base. Trump has the base. Trump has a silent majority. And right now, this is a huge, huge, huge embarrassment for him. And they want him, and they want to see him win. So what's gonna happen is nothing is gonna stop if he doesn't go to jail, because there's a lot of things happening right now that are saying that he might go to jail. But something might happen. You know what I'm saying? Something might happen where they start a new, you know, these people are gonna be like, we got embarrassed, but not again. We're not gonna get embarrassed again. This is not gonna happen again. So a new party might come out of this, ran by Trump or endorsed by Trump, and that party right now is gonna, in 2024, is gonna start having legs to run, and that might be very dangerous. That might be very, very dangerous, because let's keep it real. The Republican Party couldn't control Trump. The Democratic Party sure as fuck couldn't control Trump. Trump was doing whatever he wanted to do. Even things that fucked us over, he still wanted to do. Even things that fucked us over economically. There's a bunch of things that fucked us over economically. You know what I'm saying? So they wanted him out of here. Yeah, no shit. You know what I'm saying? Now that's scenario number one. And which is very dangerous, because now nobody's gonna control him. Who's gonna control him? You know what I'm saying? Now this is scenario number two. Again, if he doesn't go to jail. You know what I'm saying? This is scenario number two. Right now, the Republicans got the blueprint Trump wrote. Trump wrote a blueprint that's very effective, and now the Republicans have it. They can see it, they can study it. Now all they need is a clean face, someone with Trump's energy, but that can be controlled, someone that's very presentable, but also spews that same dumb shit that he was spewing, and it'll be over. I'm telling you right now, the Republican Party has the blueprint for 2024 to get something started. They need someone young with Trump's energy, and then if he comes out of nowhere and starts talking about the black community and helping them out, it's over. It'll be over. Those are the two scenarios that I see. Because let's be honest, Trump did something very effective. He used social media. This motherfucker is tweeting all goddamn day. He used social media as basically as a presidential campaign. Let's keep it real. He was on Twitter all day. You know for a fact nobody had his Twitter. It was him. you know for a fact it was him. So because of that, this is a new blueprint that these people are gonna go by. You know what I'm saying? All I'm saying in conclusion with this whole thing, in conclusion, let's stop the divisiveness. Let's stop the Latin people are racist, anti-black, you know what I mean? Because we could dish it out too. You know what I'm saying? Every community is not squeaky clean. You know what I'm saying? Am I mad about Democrats stealing the election? No, I'm not. Because Trump did it first. So they're just repeating it. Fuck it. But this goes to show, it kind of goes to show that Trump has so much energy that they had to basically start lying in order for them to win, which is insane. Like, I don't think I've ever thought that I'll wake up to see something like this happening. You know what I mean? Never thought in a million years. But anyway, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. I hope you guys enjoyed everything that I presented. Remember, if you guys want to hit me up on Twitter and Instagram, remember I have the same name, radical_Latino_. If you want to donate to your boy, go to my website, radicallatino.com, donate button, or Cash App, $Radical Latino. You know what I'm saying? If you don't got money because of COVID, it's totally cool. I'm monetized. Go to my page, to my YouTube channel, watch a video. Ad will come in. You pay me, thank you. Or go to your favorite podcast app and you can donate to me. Now, with that being said, I'm gonna leave you guys how I always leave you. I'd rather die on my feet than live on my knees. With that being said, I'm gonna catch y'all later, right?